Today we will be demonstrating a long graduated shape. Techniques utilized for this haircut include over-direction, disconnection, and a variety of dry cutting methods. This is a very popular and salon-friendly style and is something that you will use on a regular basis. We begin by taking a side parting above the center of the eyebrow and straight back to the crown. The first section taken is in the front. We will over-direct this section completely forward, establishing our first guideline. Notice the use of the fine end of the comb to get good tension for the section. Always be aware of your hand position and keep it consistent throughout the haircut. Now, after taking the section, see that the tension in the hands is released as to not over-graduate the line. This front section will be cut on a slight angle, going from short to long. This is how we begin the outline of the shape. The over-direction technique being used is also an excellent way to create a face frame. After cutting our first guideline in the front, we will now use slightly diagonal partings, over-directing from the front to the center of the back, or until we run out of hair. Each section will be completely over-directed to the first section. Notice that the knuckles are angled out and the fingers are angled in, working from short to long. It is very important to remember that every section is to be over-directed to the first. As we progress to the section behind the ear, see that we still gather tension with the fine teeth of the comb and then switch to the wide teeth to provide nice slippage in the hair, as this will aid in reducing any over-graduation in our line. Continue with slightly diagonal partings, working from short to long, to the center of the back, or until you run out of hair. Moving on to the opposite side of the shape, begin by taking a small section from the front guideline and use this in the first section to establish the opposite side outline. We now completely over-direct the hair forward. This time notice that our knuckles are angled in and our fingers angled outward. Remember to always maintain the hand position that was used on the previous side, so that you are always consistent with your outline shape. Again, working with slightly diagonal partings, use the fine teeth of the comb to gather tension in the hair. When you get to your sections behind the ear, remember to use the fine teeth of the comb at first and then switch to the wide teeth to eliminate any unwanted or unnecessary graduation in the outline. Continue working in this manner until you reach the center of the back or until you run out of hair. We finish up the outline by combing all of the hair to the front and checking off any hair that may have been missed. Now we will do what is called an inside cross-check. This will incorporate a very minimal amount of a technique called disconnection. Simply put, disconnection is a term used for sections that do not technically blend, but offer a nice effect visually when executed in a proper manner. Sectioning from ear to ear, we take a vertical section through the side part, combing the section straight up and removing the excess weight. Each section will be combed to the previous section cut until we reach the parietal ridge, or on the side where the head curves. The hair is cut on the right side of the parting and then repeated on the left. This is where the disconnection occurs, as the top is left unblended with the side outline. We now blend our back section with the top. Taking the last piece from the back of our top section, we take a vertical section from the back, lifting the hair all the way up, releasing the tension in our hands. Then we point cut to blend the top and the back sections in a textured fashion. Now that we have established the blending of the top and back sections, we now continue the blending of both sections using a pivoting motion. What this means is, subsequent sections will be cut in a manner that moves in a semicircle from the center top at the crown to the sides at mid-ear. Begin on either side of the center section that you have blended the top with the back, and pivot each section until you reach mid-ear, where you will find that you will run out of hair. At this point, the wet cutting portion of the long graduated shape is completed.